Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a great day so far. Today we're going to talk about the new Natasha Denona Yucca palette. This is a new release by Natasha Denona. It was a surprise to me because usually we always hear about her releases. Somebody usually leaks it. And so this one, I didn't see this one coming. Now, I live in Arizona, so we have yuccas everywhere. I don't have any at my house, but I do know my friend Rebecca said she has some in her yard, but they are quite abundant here in the Southwest. So, but that's not why I bought the palette. I bought the palette because I love Natasha Denona's quality, and I don't buy all of her palettes, I will admit. I have passed on some of them, but I do have, I think, an impressive collection of her palettes. I buy her minis. I don't buy all of them, but I do have a good collection of them. And I do have quite a few of her midis, which is this size. But when I saw this color story, it just spoke to me. If you watch my channel, if you follow me on Instagram, you know, you've probably heard me say that I really like blue and green shadows. And so here's what the palette looks like out of the box. Here's the box is a little bit brighter, and well, actually they kind of do match. So, but this is kind of like a softer, it's not shiny or anything. It's like a softer, it's hard, but it's got like a matte finish on top here. You can pop the shadows out of the back. And then here's the color story. I haven't taken that off of the mirror yet so I can show you. But here it is up close, and you can see I've been digging into it. If you want to see photos of it before I used it, I do have some nice outdoor and indoor shots of the palette. If you wanted to see what it looks like, I'm sure you've seen it. Quite a few people have already done reviews on it. So I have a couple of appointments that I need to get to today. So I thought, let me go ahead and do my makeup and get to the point where we're going to actually do the eye look. So I will have everything that I'm using on my face as far as the other products listed down below, so you can check that out. It is morning and I need my coffee, so. Okay, so I think, as usual, I want to try to create I'm not a makeup artist. I'm a regular makeup consumer, just like yourself. What I like to do is I'm over 40. I'm in the mature category. I have smaller semi-hooded eyes. I like to try to create looks that are wearable, even with color. And so that's what I would like to try to do here with this palette today. However, I would like to try to use the greens. There are a couple of neutral shades in here, but I would like to showcase the greens in the palette. So I'm going to start off by, let me see if I can grab my... So the first palette the first eyeshadow I'm going to start off with is this one right here, and the shade is Citrine. And I'm using a BK Beauty 202. These are great brushes. I think she's having a sale right now. If you're interested in trying any of the BK Beauty brushes, she's really got some nice ones. I've only got two. I have her foundation brush, which is this one. A lot of people have this brush and talk about how much they love it. I love it. It's a great brush. I'd like to get the smaller size of this because she released one, and I got this brush. So at some point I would like to add some more to my collection, but right now I feel like I have so many brushes. I really don't need more. But anyway, these are the two that I would recommend if you wanted to shop her sale. Okay, back to the palette. So I'm just taking Citrine And I am shading that with this brush, and I'm just going up into my crease. So you can see this really is like a citrine color. By the way, I love citrine stones. And I also, instead of putting my usual Rare Beauty primer on my eyelids, during the Sephora sale, I picked up Danessa Myricks released a bunch of nude versions of her Color Fix liquid pigments, and you can use these on your cheeks and your lips and your eyes. And I wanted something that would really brighten and really like showcase my eyeshadows. I didn't necessarily buy it just like to wear as an eyeshadow. It was really the color of the pigment that I wanted. So that's what I put on my eyes today instead of a primer. And I just wanted to let you guys know that, because if you like to do that too and really brighten your eyelid and get it completely like a blank canvas, that's a good one to use. Okay, now I'm going into the shade Camu Camu. She also has an eyeliner that's, I don't know if it's the same shade name, but that's the, I think it is. I think the eyeliner is the same shade name, but she has an eyeliner because she released like 3 eyeliners with this. And I'm just putting this shade because it's like a brighter yellow. I'm putting that on the outer part and the inner part of my eye. Clean this off. And now to deepen it up, I'm going to use this green shade here in the corner, and that's called Willow. And I just cleaned off the same brush I just used, and this is a Sephora 24. This is the Pro brush. It's a crease brush. You see me using this quite a bit. And I'm just going to grab my mirror to do this so I can see. What I like about this shade is you can tap it in and you can see the pigment is starting to, and then you can kind of, I mean, you get that color payoff, but you can also kind of shear it out a little bit. So then what I'm doing is I'm bringing it all the way in to my crease there. And then because I have semi-hooded eyes, I just kind of go up a little bit into my crease. Otherwise, when I close my eyes, you really wouldn't see much. Well, you would see it, but you wouldn't see it as much. Okay, so here's how we're looking so far. I think we're definitely looking like a yucca. How many of you have been to Arizona and the Southwest? I'd love to know where you guys are from and if you've ever been to Phoenix, if you plan on coming to Phoenix ever. If you've never been here, I highly recommend that you visit. When my brother moved from New York after college many, many years ago, he went out to California first, and he was living out there for a while. And I used to go out and visit him in Cali. And I liked it. You know, it was nice, and, you know, it was a great place to visit. when he and his wife went to buy a home, you know, California is like New York, it's very expensive. And so they came out to Arizona and they bought a house out here. And then I came out here to visit. And it's kind of like when you find that home that you love, right? It's you know, you could look at 100 homes and then all of a sudden you walk into one and you say, okay, this is the home. Well, that's how I felt about Arizona. I grew up in the New York metropolitan area. That's where I'm from. And you know, I lived there my whole life into my adulthood. And but when I came to Arizona, I don't know, there was just something about it. It's so scenic and peaceful. And of course, I've been out here almost 18 years, so it was very different 18 years ago. There wasn't as many people here. Um, the freeways weren't as, you know, there weren't as many freeways as there are now. My area that my husband and I bought a home in, there wasn't really much, you know, where, you know, around us. And now it's totally built up. And after COVID, it just exploded. So it's very different now. And sometimes I would love to go back to those times when I first moved here. You know, but I still love it and I still love living here. So it's all good. But definitely try to visit if you can, if you've never been here. Okay, so now I think I'm going to go into this shade right here, Macchia. It's kind of like a gold. Let's see, let's do a little swatch here. So there's that shade, and you can see it's like a duochrome. And then here's Ray. So this is Ray. It's a little bit, so this is more of a, like, this has a duochrome, and I think this one is too, but I just think Ray is brighter. And then this is they're supposed to be like new formulas. And then this one is Camaribi right here. That's that one right there. And then there's this shade, Plantasia. That's also a duochrome, so that shifts to like an orange. And then this one, these are all the ones that are like these shimmery, like different formulas. That's this one here, which I don't think is going to go with this look. So I think what I'll do is I'll go in with that gold shade and I'll just tap that like right here, kind of like in the center. And I'm just using my finger to do this because I feel like I have these brushes that are meant for these applications of these kind of shades, and I use them and then I'm like, I don't know. And then I use my finger and I get all this drama. I get the drama I'm looking for. So that's how we're looking so far. I think I could put a little bit more on this eye. And then I think what I'll do, let's see, should I do this one? Or should I do Ray? Okay, and then I think I'll use the Camaribi right on the inner part. And I'm gonna bring that all into the inner corner of my eye. So you can see how much drama that gives. And these feel like super, and I wouldn't push my finger in any one of these, at least these shimmery shades. I'd be very careful they have like a creamy, like a cream to powder feel. Okay, so that's how we're looking. I'm gonna go back in with this Sephora crease shade, and I'm just gonna deepen up the crease. Because I lost a little bit there. And then I'm going to take this BK Beauty, and I'm just gonna go, my hair is getting in the way. I'm just gonna go and soften this outer part right here. So I could just soften the line there. Okay, and then underneath, I didn't buy any of those Natasha Denona liners, although I'm tempted to buy the green one that she has. So I have a couple of green, so this one is an these are the LA Girl ones, and they're really good. So those are the two greens that I think would go with this. So maybe what I'll do is I'll use the lighter green to go kind of like more on the inside. I just have to sharpen this. And I'll go on the inside of my eye, although we're really not supposed to be doing this. Oh yeah, look at that. You see that? It's like that really goes with this eye look. Maybe I don't have to get the Natasha Denona green liner after all. That is perfect for this eye look. Okay, and then on the outside, I'm gonna go with this deeper green, and I'll have these shades down below. These LA Girl shadows are, eyeliners are great. They really stay. They're inexpensive. And then you can use coupons on them. So that's how we're looking. Okay, I'm going to take the tape off. I use the Sephora brand tape, but you don't have to get these. You can use regular Scotch tape if you want to. So that's our look so far. I'm going to put some concealer on, and since we're using Natasha Denona, I'm just gonna use her new concealer, which I love. I've been using this in the last couple of reviews and stuff. The last couple of YouTube videos I've done, I've been using her concealer. So I'm just using a Sephora Pro Concealer 71 brush. This is great too, another good brush. And I list my tools in my description too, if you want to try any of the brushes that I talk about. And I also have a Shop My. If you follow me on Instagram, in the link in my bio, I have a Shop My set up, and you know, just know that those are affiliate links. So if you're going to use them and, you know, support my channel, that they are affiliated links. So, but I do have my categories there and different products that I really like. So if you want to check that out, and follow me over on Instagram. I'd love to be Instagram friends with you. Okay. So should I? Yeah, let's do Let's do a black, because Michaela always says that you should do a, like, line your lashes, like line your top, like you should always do that. So I'm going to do that. And I think it's because it just makes you look like you have more lashes, like it gives you a thickness. So I'm using Mally's liner. I think it's a gel liner, but I will have it, I'll have that down below for you too. So yeah, that just kind of defined the eye there a little bit on the top. Okay, perfect. And for mascara, we're going to use the MAC Stack. I like this mascara, but it's not as great as I thought it was going to be. I think the concept is there. I like that you can layer, but for the price, I think there's other really good mascaras out there. Like, I wouldn't put a Lancome mascara above this. It's good. I like it. I wouldn't say don't try it because, you know, makeup is personal. You gotta do what works for you. But I definitely thought I was going to get a lot more drama from it than I did. But it's okay. And I'm gonna certainly use it up now that it's in my stash. So yeah, these green liners are perfect for this look. Sometimes, you know, I'll have something on my radar. I was like, oh, I'm gonna get the Natasha Denona liner. That liner looks really good because I saw somebody else using it. And it might be a different tone, and, you know, it might be a great quality. I'm sure it is because it's Natasha Denona. But sometimes when you shop your own stash, you find something you already have, and then you don't need to spend money on something else. Okay, and then my blush, I'm using this Huda Beauty. I think it's like Kiss Me Coral, or again, I'll put the name down there in the description for you. I think this is like a perfect, it has a little bit of a glow to it, you can see, so I don't even really think I need to do highlighter, and I usually always wear highlighter, but I think I really get like a nice payoff from this. Okay, and then I'm going to set my under eye, and I'm going to use the Pat McGrath Labs. This shade is light, and it is the Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Blurring Under Eye Powder. I love Pat, but the names of her products, they go on and on. So I just take an Alamar brush like this, and I just tap it off, and then I just tap under my under eye there, so I don't, and I just use it under the, you know, my under eye, which is what it's intended for. And I'm just going to grab a, let's see, which one should I use today? I'm going to use the Urban Decay All Nighter. This is the vitamin C. This smells like vitamin C. It has like a citrus scent to it, but I really like it. It's probably supposed to be matte too, It has cactus flower water in it. How apropos is that, that we're using the Yucca palette and we have something with cactus in it too. I did not know that. that was a coincidence. Anyway, this is the finished look. Get really close for you. Using the Yucca palette, and there's those shades. So yeah, us mature gals can use color. We can definitely do it. I love this palette. My final thoughts on it. I love this palette. Like I said, I've been using it all week. I can do another like more neutral look if you would like. And we'll do and try to do a shorter video on it. But yeah, I just wanted to show you guys this palette and show you that, you know, we can wear these colors too. And if you were thinking about getting it, I highly recommend it. If you love the color story, there are a lot of codes floating around out there. I know Patty Alonso has one. I say Patty, I love Patty. So, but, I just can remember her code, and it's Patty, Patty 15. If you want to try to get 15% off at Natasha Denona's website, if you want the palette. So that's at least a little bit of a savings. It does retail for $69, so 15% off is not bad. So anyway, guys, that's the end of the video. Thank you for tuning in and thank you for watching. Hit me up on my socials. If you like this video, like it, comment, and please subscribe. I'd love to have you as a subscriber, and I'll see you soon. Thanks.